Okay, my fiends. We're going through the kitchen now. You know, there's the microwave over there. That's right. Nuke my Java in here. And I'm gonna have, there's our old coffee pot right here. Look at that little old thing here. Okay. Get on to my dungeon now. Haha. Okay, yes, my fiends. Gonna go down to my dungeon, the haunted house of Nelson, the haunted basement, the dungeon, David ROCK Nelson's basement of bloody horror. See there, you see, this is our basement. Here you go. Look at right here. There's a skull that I got from Mike Tord Madden from the rock group Matter. It's cool. I use that scene of Werewolf and the Witch. There's a Frankenstein head, and here's the chalice that the witch drinks out of in Werewolf and the Witch. There's a little button for Trog in there. It says Monster Kid Claw. I got that from Joey Vento, my fiend. You know, and I got, it's talking about suicide is bad. It's like a Christian book. And it's a Christian book on dating. You know, some of the stuff I read a little of. You know, these are books I got when I was in Bible college. You know, free books. You know. My dad, this wasn't open, but you know, my dad opened it up one day. It was in cellophane. I was gonna just leave it wrapped up and give it to somebody from the college as a gift, but you know, whatever. He wanted to read these, so hey, there we go. Jesus never fails. There's yeah, that's something I got. And then here's a crystal ball I use in Dave ROCK Nelson's Mummy Returns, filmed like 3 years before Universal made theirs. You know, I filmed it actually in 97, 98. You know, so mine was first, but mine's totally different. Mine's a comedy, and there's one mummy in it, and I play the mummy with makeup, not digital mummies like they did in those new mummy movies. I wrote the president of Universal. I told him that, you know, mine was first. I never heard back. I just wanted him to know that, you know, but I thought the idea first, and mine was a different story, and I think they got that someone saw a screening of my movie in 2000 at Monster Bash, because they showed it on the big screen, and they showed it in 99 at the Fright Vision in Akron, Ohio. They showed a 20-minute preview of my Mummy Returns, and I think somebody might have seen that and gotten the idea for the title for the Mummy Returns. So I wrote them and told them, you know, my Mummy Returns was first, you know. So I'm just going to call mine David ROCK Nelson's Mummy Returns, so, you know, because I thought of that title 3 years before I even heard of it, one by Universal, you know. So I think you can do your own Mummy Returns as long as it's David ROCK Nelson's Mummy Returns or so-and-so's Mummy Return. Because this little kid did a movie called The Mummy Returns. He did a movie too before Mummy Returns came out, and he made a short film. A little kid from Pennsylvania, like 8 years old, did monster movies with his video camera. Yeah. His name's Emberg or something. I forget his name. I got it on video. And there's my desk, Detective Rock's desk. You know. And there you go. See, I got posters for Monster Bash, you know. Boris. And there's Monster Bash 98, where I was the guest of honor there with Forey Ackerman, and Ray Harryhausen was there. Ray Harryhausen, Forey Ackerman were guests. I was a guest. And there's my Frankenstein guy fell on the floor. Yeah, it's a Marx Frankenstein figure from the 60s. That's a replica. I got it made by another company, and I got this for $2 at Uncle Fun. They're closed now. And then there's my little Frankenstein head of Godzilla, you know. Here is my nameplate, my name, because I used to sell dictionaries. I used to have my own desk. Monster Bash 98 bumper sticker. There's another. There's the documentary, The Rock, Ed Wood of the 21st Century. There's me right there on a double bill with my Werewolf and the Witch. There's the phone. You know, because when the place where I used to selling over phone, they got rid of the old phones, and they had a bag, and they were just going to get rid of them. So one day I figured they're going to throw these out anyway because I got new phones, so I grabbed one. You know, I figured they're just going to go in the garbage, so I grabbed one, and I use it as a prop in my movies, you know. So there we go, you know. Hello, this is Detective Rock. There's no such thing as devil ants. Oh, come on. It's a figment of your imagination. There's no such thing as devil ants anymore. They went out with the Dark Ages. The dinosaurs ate them up. I'll see. Besides, I got more important things to do. I got to guzzle my Java, and I got to eat, and I got to watch monster movies and stay up all night and watch monster movies, yeah. And then I got to sleep. And then I get up at 12 noon so I can watch more monster movies. And then I gotta have my breakfast, have my bacon and eggs and my Java. I ain't got time to look for monsters. I'll see ya. Yeah, you know, and here's my horny toad monster that I drew. Horny toad monster. See? I drew that when I was having Java in Lola's Cafe in Park Ridge. A little picture, and I made my own. That's my first t-shirt I made. See, David ROCK Nelson is horny toad monster. Half man, half horned toad. Isn't that cool? And here's my dungeon. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to show you my dungeon here. Okay, here we go. There's a Frankenstein mask. The Frankenstein mask got all wrecked up, you can see. It's my fez cap I use in my Mummy AD 1993. I say, go, Mummy. Yes, oh, Mummy, go and show the world you still exist. Ha ha ha, yes, yes, oh, Mummy. We will show them who you are, yes. We'll conquer the world with monsters. Yeah, okay. There's the flying saucer I used, the pie tin saucer I used in Dracula from Space, 1992. There's a marine jungle hat I had, see? Nelson, D.E., see? Subic Bay, Philippine, Marine Barracks, Subic Bay, USMC, Philippines, 0311 Grunt, Ground Pounder. Yeah, you know, I used to wear this when I'd go on jungle patrols in the Philippines when I was in the Marines. I was in the Philippines from 77 to 78, but I was in the Marines from 76 to 1980. And I was at Camp Geiger, North Carolina from 78 to 80 for over 2 years. I went on 2 med cruises. I went to Europe, I went to Spain, Italy, Greece, Naples, Italy, Florence, Italy, Rome. I've been to Rome 3 times, man. I saw Pope John Paul. And I filmed him inside of St. Peter's. They were doing a service. It's kind of a back shot of him, you know, not the front. And people were clapping. He was walking away, but I got like a back shot of him with my movie camera, 8mm, and I put it on video. So now I got a video copy of it. Here's a Frankenstein mask that I use in my Demon Monster from Outer Space, where the monster goes on the prowl, you know. And then here's a wig I wear as Roxella. I go, hello, Detective Rock, this is Roxella. Frankenstein's over here. Come over here quick. Get him. Arrest him. This is Roxella, your ghoul fiend. And I was like, oh yeah, right, in your dreams. You know, Roxella's like the ugliest looking girl because she looks like me. I mean, you know, I want a girl who looks pretty. I don't want a girl who looks handsome like me. Like my mom said, you're a handsome man. If Mom Rock said so, it must be true. My mom said, when a girl broke up with me, my mom said, well, it's their loss. As long as my mom thinks I'm handsome, that's all that counts. I got my creature pin, you know. And here we go. There's a boxing trophy I got when I beat Weinstein, Jim Weinstein. No relation to Frankenstein. And here's a medal I won when I tied Jabbin James Flowers, who outweighed me. It was like 178. I was 160. I got a tie with him. And then later, about a year or 2 years later, he won the Illinois State light heavyweight title in the pros. And then he turned heavyweight, and he beat the number 6 rated light heavyweight in the world in the pros, Leonzer Barber. He stopped him in 6 rounds. That's like around 1990. This is about a year after I fought him in the Golden Gloves. You know, because I had a rematch with him in 1989 Chicago Golden Gloves in the open division. And I lost to him in the 2nd round. But, you know, he had like 180 fights to my like 20. At that time, I had like about 23 fights. And the first time I fought him when I got a tie, that was my 4th fight, and he had already had like over 180 fights. So, you know, and there's I got this trophy when I bench pressed 260 pounds in an all-natural strong athletes against steroids contest, bench press contest in 1989, September 23rd of 89. And I competed against Fred Weissmuller, Johnny Weissmuller's cousin. That's right, cousin of Johnny Weissmuller who played Tarzan. And by the way, Fred Weissmuller bench pressed 325 at a body weight of 205. I weighed 183. I barely made the minimum heavyweight. I had to put coins in my pocket so I'd be heavy enough to make weight because I wanted to compete in the heavyweights because there were only 6 guys in that class. There's about 12 in the light heavy. I wanted to compete in the heavyweights because I figured if I can just beat one guy, I'll get a 5th place trophy, which I did. I got 5th place. I beat a guy by 5 pounds. One guy bench pressed 255, and I did 260 in my final lift. I beat him by 5 pounds. So I got the 5th place. They only give trophies for the first 5th places. So because I beat that guy, I won a trophy. Look at that. Look at that big trophy, man. All natural. I never took a steroid. And now we're going to come into my dungeon. Okay. Here is my dungeon right here. Okay, you see there's Frankenstein on the door, you know. And I got this girl's covering. She's covering it up. She's covering it up, man, so it's not nudity. And I got these Trunks for free at the All Freaking Night Film Fest in Seattle, Washington. And then I met this woman when I was on Man Cow. You know, she's a model actress. And here's a drawing I made of Teenage Frankenstein in 2009 when I was at Monster Bash. I drew that in about a half hour. There's the hideous sun demon. There's Glenn Strange Frankenstein. Lon Chaney's the Mummy. There's a Frankenstein. I got that from Mark Paul Vincent Stellick, a purveyor of the macabre and the fantastique in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They called him the vampire of Milwaukee. And I did this Frankenstein when I was in Bible college. I made that, yeah.